Hello and welcome to episode 15. I am surprised that I've made it so far. I wasn't expecting to get to episode 15 at all. I've completed the project from last time. I've decided to do it offline, and I'm actually quite glad that I've done that because it took me way too long to build it. But I think it's gonna be worth it. I'll guide you through what I've done in a moment. So I think we're finished. We're finished in here. Right. This was two truck platform with two transit trucks in the middle. So I've decided to change it a bit, and I put just the two trucks on the platform, and then the passenger trucks are going into the tunnel, and they can go either to Skellige, either to New Mills. So we're gonna have a commuter service going from I'm not quite sure what town is. This is Tabago, so going from Tabago all the way to Skellige or all the way to New Mills. Well, saying that, we're gonna have two commuter services. So, and when they come back, obviously it's gonna be the same sort of setup. Going into the tunnel, and then getting into Tabago. Right. So that's one. Also, the freight station that's gonna bring stone from Kiermoran Stone Quarry is gonna stop in here. I put a depot here, and that's just temporarily until I decide what I'm gonna do with this, because there's so many opportunities in here to connect with goods factories and sawmills and all sorts. So my initial plan was to run this two trucks on, try and connect them there, or even not connect them, just bring them close, and then run over here and then place a station here. And that will give us future station if you want. We have a log camp in there, or a forest. We can easily ship that onto the train down here, and then we can create planks, which we're gonna use maybe on a goods factory, or tools and machines. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities because we have so many industries in here. So there will be that area covered, and it might be future proof. We'll see. We probably have to upgrade the tracks with high-speed trucks and catenaries, but there'll be no problem. Also, I've placed the station in Skellige up on the hill because I think I'm gonna run it alongside here and then connect it into cart. I think that's cart. Maybe slide it down to Principe as well, but I'll see about that. I don't want to get the lines too congested. Right, so that's covered. Over in New Mills, you probably notice the station is it looks modern, because on this mod you can choose the era that the station is built in. So this is, I think, 1995 or 1900 when it's available. The reason I put 4 trucks on this side and 2 on that side, I was thinking, because this station has a good coverage on pretty much all the area. And as I previously said, you can drop goods into the passenger stations, but you won't be able to pick anything up, as in good wise. So I might just run the line that's over here. I'll go through that logging camp, sawmill, and then run it up. I've just run this so I know where am I heading, but yeah. So coming this way and then curving around and into the station, dropping goods off. And also I might just consider it continuing all the way to the food processing plant in here. In principle they we're using at the moment, and just extend the whole line going all the way into Flemington. Yeah, so that's that area covered as well. And here I had to play about with the station to see how I can make it so the trains won't cross each other, but there's no really any way that you can do that. So I've just done it this way. So I'll bring the lines up, line manager, and as you can see, the purple line is going to be the cargo freight line. The blue line is a commuter line from New Mills. Obviously it's going that way, it's coming back on the outside track. So let's go into New Mills. Same way Skellige, it's a light green and it's going to the right. And here Kermoran, the line continues, the cargo, and it doesn't stop. It just goes all the way in here and to Stone Quarry. The commuter service, that's the yellow line, and same sort of setup. It's coming this way, crossing over to the transit tracks, over into the outside track, and then continues to Tabago. Right, and then in here we have another two lines, commuter lines. One goes into Bravos and one goes into Erie. Same sort of setup in here. I've just connected those lines so it looks nice, but I probably could expand in the future with freight, same on that side as well. If I decide to do so, maybe I'll break it into parts just so we don't congest the lines too much. So all the lines are set. There's no actual trains at the moment because I spent all my money on building this. So yeah, I am quite happy that I've decided to do offline, because I had moments when I was sitting for 10 minutes thinking what to do. So for me, when I do watch YouTube videos, I wouldn't like to see someone trying to make a decision on a camera. So I think this is the best way. Right, pause the game. We're gonna let's see what we have available. Also, the airports are now available, so we'll get that into probably next episode or so. Right, I completely lost myself in there. Right, we have the crocodile, and it's electric. It has a lot of power though. It only does 75 kilometers. I have this one, Mikado. I thought that's an American train. Anyway, I probably just loaded it up by mistake. Right, so 60, not good enough. 70, 70, 90. This one has plenty of power. This one only does 60. Right, I think I'm gonna go with this one because it does have a lot of power and it nearly does 100, so combining this one with either that one or that one for passengers, I think is gonna be a really good decision for now. Anyway, we'll get new trains from now on. I think pretty much every year we get a new train, so that's 4.4 million, and that was inappropriate. Right, so I have the money to buy one. Now we're shipping stone from the quarry over here, but the stone, I think it's only going into open wagons, and they are not carrying bricks. Right, if I forgot to load up the, I think it's Nafi's Universal State cars that I'm gonna end up using for a while. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then add some state cars, and I'll replace them when I'll load that mod. Right, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want at least 6 state cars for now. And this is Claremore and Stone and Brick Line. Right. It's an actual nice looking train. Yeah, I've made a mistake in not loading that mod, but I'll do it in the next episode. We won't get a lot of resources at the moment. I want to ride this train to see the route and see all the bits of tracks. They are not even, or they have lumps in it. I think the map itself is starting to look good, and after I finished this line, I had a look around, and it's getting rather complicated. And the more and more you build, the more and more you want to build, if it makes any sense. Doing okay. It's definitely picking up speed. See if it has any fancy cameras. It doesn't. We'll settle for this. So most of the junctions should be fairly flat. I've tried to make them as good as possible. Also, I'll need to remember to upload some more bridge mods. That's looking really nice, scenic. It's oil well down in the valley. Saying that, this bridge is not that bad. Sometimes it can block your view, but there's not a lot to see yet, so have the green light to go ahead because there's no one no one on the track apart from us at the moment. This is going to be quite a long run, I think. So if you place a couple of trees around and a couple of farmlands, it'll start looking a lot better. Obviously, at the moment, it's quite plain. We can even... I found a mod, and there's this one, I think. It's Railway Zigzag. This is a station, cargo station, and I think you can place it wherever you want. So if I decide to... Hold on, pause the game, I want to see the end of the ride and then come back. If I decide to, for example, if this Caer Moran has plenty of coverage for what we need, and it does at the moment, so we are covering the commercial area as well, also industrial area, so you can drop bricks straight in there when it comes back, saving the truck route coming into the town. So if I manage to place that bit of track in there, I can probably make them stop and just drop it down, and then continue, maybe do the same sort of in here. Well, this doesn't cover a lot, but yeah, well, that's something I'll have to decide. Right, carry on. There's not... some trees are just making a lot of difference when you place them down. It looks so real. Did you pick anything? No, not yet. There's a lot of ships that will need replaced. Also, I think a couple of trains. I'm gonna look into them after I finish recording and change a couple of them, because I think they'll be losing us some money if they are too old. Yeah, no, they're new ones. For example, them, I think they're quite old. I like that bridge. Yeah, it looks really nice. I like how this setup came out. It's I think it's going to be complex when we have a lot of trains running around. I mean, the freight trains will. I think there'll be a couple of them at least, and then the passengers. Well, let's say from Cairmoran to Tabago, we'll have probably 2, 3 at max, if need be. So I think this is going to be a busy area, given that we have a lot of industries around, and we can just hook up to this line. For example, that oil well, we can just find a spot and just ship it down there. Looks nice. Right, we see some trucks in the distance. We'll get rid of those once this line becomes active. So this train won't really have to stop. This will have priority for the moment, because I think if the freight doesn't have enough frequency, it'll drop the demand, and so on, goes down the chain. And we're coming to the end of our ride. I like how this tunnels came out as well. You can see the construction material plant working away. Yeah. And then whenever other side to continue the line, the freight line. Right, this is where we jump off. It's just gonna make it better. So yeah, this is what I've done. It just adds up bit by bit. Just makes it look more active. Right, so why is this not picking stone up? I'm suggesting because of that. The trucks will be faster than the actual train, because we have so many. The return time on the truck line is going to be shorter than it is on the train. So for that reason, they're using the cheapest way to ship it down. No problem, they'll be solved when I get rid of the buses, the trucks, sorry. Might just do that now. Right, pause the game. We only want this one at the moment. To get this one, and then we'll keep that one for shipping the bricks into Cairmoran. Yeah, okay. Right. Cairmoran. That's making $1.5 million, and I'm selling it. Yeah, well. So now we should get stone into this station. I hope so. Otherwise, all this. Oh yeah, we do. So So we already have 57 stone. I hope I'm gonna get enough money to get at least one train on the passenger line by the end of the episode. Okay. Let's see what we have here. There's one stone. Back, sorry. What do we need to do in here? I think there's one line that actually goes all the way into Erie. So is it going into Tabargo? Right, so that should be it. Okay. And then in here we can place another route. Oh, I think there's already one. Yeah, we need more vehicles in there. Right, buy some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's backing up from there, which is fine. Has that got anything on board? 48 or 48. I think we're gonna need at least 2 trains on this for now. How many towns? 1, 2, 3. 3 towns at the moment. Yeah, we'll probably get a couple more in there. There's already stone piling up in the back. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna continue or this one only that way, and then stop in here and come back. So it'll be a commuter service. Just like the rest of them in here. And then from New Mills, going into this valley here, up the hill and connecting to Bolton. Yeah. And there are chances that I can connect this freight line, bring it alongside the passenger line, and maybe connect up in there, or even in the middle, where we get the log, the forest as well. Ship the logs into the station with trucks. But yeah, as I said, there's tons of opportunities with industries. Just finding the right distance so it's going to be profitable, because sometimes if you do run, like you run that from there to there, it's not long enough, so it's not going to make any profit. With nearly 5 million in the bank, let's see, if we can get anything that does 100. This one does 100. That's 2.5. 96. You might as well just stick with them for now because they're quite cheap. Half a million cheaper. Yeah. $2.5. I'll go with that one, just because we don't have. Although this should be on the circular, and that should be on the commuter. But yeah, I'll guess I don't have really a choice now, so we'll have to do it until we get some money. Right, we want 17. That's, even the wagons are really expensive. Right, speed it up. I want to get at least one train on the go. Yes. 42. How many? Yeah, maybe one more. We need it. We'll get some more. Right, set you on. Okay, more. Yeah, that's the one. And we should get some passengers. I think this is the first time that the towns are connecting here, so it'll take some time to. I was gonna say why you stopped there, but that's the end of the line. Right, let's see. Who's first? If we manage to overtake that train. No, I think. Oh, this is switching into the outside. Yeah. Look at all that smoke. Or steam. It's not smoke, it's steam. Yeah, so this thing I had to stop because this line was clear. Yeah, that works out fine. Works out just as expected. The big trail of steam. I think I have the smoke density reduction mod as well. This is a bit slow, but considering that we're coming into the station, it should be fine. Are passengers waiting? I think they're just they're using this as a crossing place. They're going into the station, going underground. Yeah, I think that's what they're using it as a crossing point. Right. Might as well just ride the train because we don't have a lot of money, and it's always nice to ride a train. In my opinion, anyway, I think it's really calming and relaxing. Sometimes you hear the birds singing in the background in the woods. There's still a lot of smoothing to be done around the area, but I've done majority of it just due to lack of money. So we should be passing, well, that's what I'm hoping for. We should be passing the freight train. No, maybe not. It would have been nice though. It would have been nice. But we will pass it at some point. So this is a lot more gentle crossing in here. Longer run. Do we have any passengers? No yet. That's the thing with the 4 times slower mod. It'll take a couple of months before the citizens of the actual town to register that, ooh, there's a train line running now from that point to that point, so we should get on board because the tickets are cheap and it's gonna be a scenic route. That's what they're expecting, but it's just gonna be a lot of bare land and a couple of bridges. Maybe, if you're lucky, a freight train. I was actually impatient about doing this episode because I found it so satisfying when I built it, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna work, definitely gonna work, and it's gonna look nice. It was something that ticked all my boxes. Almost. It would have been perfect if the station, you can just do the outside station or pick the platforms where you want to drop and what train you want to, you know, instead of the transit trucks in there, to have actual platforms, but without the middle ramp in there. I know there's a mod, but there's people complaining that it crashes the game, and that's I don't really want to risk. I mean, all my mods, I have over about 600 mods, but most of them are they won't crash the game. The ones that did crash the game before, I've got rid of them. So I kind of know what's what. Have we picked up any passengers? Right, if we see this train, I think I'm gonna end up the episode. Yeah. Look at that. That's nice. Yeah. We have construction material as well. So for the next episode, I'll definitely upload some more bridges and naffies, so we can carry full loads every time, and maybe build another project like this if the idea comes into my mind. But until then, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, give us a like please, and subscribe if you want to keep up with all my videos and all the rest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.